The Phillies suck. Genuinely, they they suck, man. And so anytime I want to do an episode right after a game, because usually I do series recaps. However, I've been getting into the trends of doing single game recaps just because so much shit has happened, right? But I usually wait for the Rob Thompson press conference to occur just in case he says some bullshit. Well, he said some bullshit. So everyone and their mothers was wondering why he didn't pinch hit Felix Reyes for Brandon Marsh or Bryson Stott, right? Everyone and their mother knows at least Marsh definitely can't hit a lefty. Stott's a little better against left-handed pitching, but with how bad he's been going, even though he's on a 7-game hitting streak, it's always one hit a game. Holby Milner is really, really good against left-handed pitching, right? But he would have pinch hit Felix Reyes, not for Marsh, not for Bryson Stott, for Justin Crawford. And at the end of the day, it's all in the players, right? But these kind of decisions, these kind of thoughts in his head should get him fired. It reminds me of when Joe Girardi did not bring in Corey Knebel, when Knebel called him from the bullpen phone and said, "I'm ready to go." And Joe Girardi was like, "Nah, what on earth are you thinking about pinch hitting Felix Reyes for Justin Crawford?" Justin Crawford has been the best lefty on lefty matchup out of Marsh, Stott, and Crawford. And what it also does, let's just say Felix Reyes comes up, right? Gets a hit, cool, pinches for Justin Crawford. You know what you now have done? Felix Reyes is going to go out and play left field. Brandon Marsh is going to go play center field. Brandon Marsh sucks in center field. Felix Reyes can't play left field. Maybe he would have put Dylan Moore out there, but even then, you still got Brandon Marsh in center field. To where it's like, this level of incompetency is unfathomable at this point because Rob Thompson, he is, for the most part, one of the best regular season managers of all time. His postseason blunders are for everyone to see. I've talked about it. You've talked about it. Your mother's talked about it, right? But I don't know if he's feeling the pressure kind of to what he feels in the playoffs because he makes some boneheaded moves in the playoffs. There's a lot of pressure, right? To where it's like just the way the players have folded in Red October, so has the manager. But he's never really had his job be, what's the word, up for grabs or like in jeopardy during the regular season. He's now feeling that to where I think that's laying into that decision. It just doesn't make any sense. So that was unbelievable. The offense is still pathetic. Now, Kyle Schwarber hit some balls hard. Nico Horner made that phenomenal play. And the Cubs played gold glove defense, right? To where you tip your hat. But at the end of the day, how about the Phillies do that? How about the Phillies don't let a fly ball drop right in between Justin Crawford and Bryson Stott? Justin Crawford's played phenomenally this year. I'm not going to rip on him too much, but you got to catch that ball, right? And it also goes back to the theory of Dave Dombrowski, not putting players in the position to succeed. I always thought Justin Crawford was a much, much better left fielder, and the organization told you that. But they decided to go with Marsh, Garcia, and Crawford to where Crawford's I would say an average center fielder. So that's just frustrating. Trey Turner, he smoked one to start the game. Obviously in Chicago with the wind, what time of year it is with the weather that wasn't going out, and he smoked one in his last at bat, but Trey Turner's been terrible. Kyle Schwarber had a tough day, even though he hit the ball hard. Bryce Harper had a hit. Bryce Harper, man, why on earth did he not go for that foul pop-up? Why did Rafael Marchand have to go all the way and dive and miss it? Because that's Bryce Harper's ball. To where it's like the level of urgency is they don't care about Topper, man. And it's like evidence to where it's like, look, I think that's shitty because I think Topper has rode for these guys the last 4 years. Every single press conference when the world wants him to bash the Phillies, Rob Thompson does it. And when you know that his job is on the line and you come out this anemic, it's just so frustrating. And I think the same tune of these episodes are going to be, look, watching them is awful. It sucks to see. But maybe they're just not good enough. This offense sucks. Adolis Garcia, and I will give Adolis credit. He's played a phenomenal right field. He has no power. He has no power. His OPS is under 700, and that is your cleanup hitter. His swings are so if he hits the ball hard, it's a ground ball through the hole. We needed him to at least be able to pop 20 to 25 home runs. He has 1 home run. And it's like, Adolis Garcia on a 1-year, $10 million deal. Like, you didn't expect much, but you expected a guy that had some pop in his career to at least sustain that pop. And he has to bat four for you. He has to bat four for you. Brandon Marsh, I think he had a couple hits. I don't know. I mean, but Brandon Marsh is your 5-hitter, dude. Honestly, that's pathetic. Alec Bohm in the 6 hole. And again, I genuinely don't know what you do, because it's like, give him a couple days off for mental clarity, sure. But in the sense of like benching him for the season, you can't really do that because you don't have any better options. And Mundo Sosa, maybe, but Stott's not even playing well. I think Stott will get out of it because even though he's still struggling from a totality aspect, he does have a 7-game hitting streak, but it's it's just so tough. And then Rafael Marchand, he did break his streak today with that single. He's so bad at the plate to where we are genuinely at a point to where, and myself included, we're calling for Garrett Stubbs to be called up. He's mashing in AAA, but he's Garrett Stubbs. He's a beer guy. He's a vibes guy. And we want him over Rafael Marchand. To where, here's the thing. Bringing back JT. Did you overpay for him? Absolutely. Did you overpay when there was no market? Absolutely. But bringing him back, not the worst decision in the world where the catching market is. But you know what you could have done? Because he is a 35-year-old catcher, right? What do you expect out of those kind of guys? Not to be catching like they do, not to be holding up with their health. And we're already seeing with JT Realmuto. He's breaking down right before our eyes. So maybe, Dave, maybe you would have thought about getting a more competent backup catcher to where if he does get hurt and Rafael Marchand has to play for an extended period of time, 4 to 5 games seems like an extended period of time, just how awful he's been at the plate. You knew when bases loaded were coming up, he wasn't going to do anything with that. And then it's the momentum swing, because when the Cubs got out of that bases loaded jam where Rafael Marchand swings at a pitch in the freaking dirt, dude, Aaron Nola like clockwork, clock it, TTT, clock it. Every start he gives up a fucking bomb. And this starting pitching sucks right now. That was going to be the calling card to where it's like, we knew this offense might have taken a step back. We kind of know the deficiencies of this offense. Did we think this? Absolutely not. No one in their wildest dreams could have expected this offense to be this anemic. However, the calling card was starting pitching. There's only one pitcher in this rotation that has an ERA under 4, and that's Christopher Sanchez. Aaron Nola might just be cooked again. Jesus Luzardo looks terrible, and he's starting tomorrow. I think he'll get out of it. Andrew Painter, I think his ERA is a little inflated. A lot of inherited runners came in when the bullpen didn't do their job. His ERA, I think, is like a 4.4, but I think for the most part, Andrew Painter's pitched fine. Taijuan Walker, send him to the fucking gulag, but whatever. Zach Wheeler's coming to save the day, but he just got rocked in Reading. And where do you go from here? Like, oh man, it's so depressing. Like, fire Topper, sure. Like, especially after tonight, man. It was like, for the most part, the sentiment I've been saying is not Topper's fault. It's not Topper's fault. And in totality, it's not. However, his energy is a reflection of this ball club. He had no sense of urgency to pinch hit for Marsh and Stott against a tough left-hander in Holby Milner. And then he has the audacity to run his mouth. Why on earth would you pinch hit Felix Reyes for Justin Crawford but not Marsh and Stott? To where it's like, fire him, cool. Like, I think he's feeling the pressure. I think the ball club's feeling it. They play so tight, but they also play like they don't give a damn. And that's the most frustrating part, to where it's like, they just don't care. Like, Bryce Harper not going for that foul ball is pathetic. And what he should be doing, he should be benched tomorrow. What's never going to happen, Bryce Harper will never be benched, because Rob Thompson doesn't have the balls to say anything to these guys. And he said it in this press conference. He said, oh, I've talked to the team. I've said a lot, but I'll keep it in-house. No, bullshit. Because if you really talk to the team and they came out and are showing this level of urgency, he got to get fired tomorrow because they obviously don't care. They're hearing what you're saying one year out the other. But here's the thing. Rob Thompson getting fired, is that going to solve anything? I really don't think it's going to solve anything because when this offense is so bad, when these players are this bad, when you have a 4-5-6 of Adolis Garcia, Brandon Marsh, and Bryson Stott, or actually Adolis Garcia, Brandon Marsh, Alec Boehm, Bryson Stott, you are so cooked. And then when JT goes down, because he's gonna come back and he's gonna get injured again because a 35-year-old catcher. You got Rafael Marchand batting eighth. And then you got Trey Turner never able to come up in a clutch spot. He hit 2 balls hard today, so maybe he's on the come up. I don't know, dude. For me to be optimistic at this point is unbelievable. Justin Crawford has played well, and your best, not your best hitter because Schwarber Harper, but I'd say your third best hitter this year has been Justin Crawford, and you're going to pinch hit him. Like, it's goes from ownership to management to managerial, Rob Thompson, to the hitting coach, to the players. It is a collective fucking disaster. And you're 8-14. And if I hear it's early one more time, I'm going to lose my fucking top. The Braves are running away with the NL East. You are 8-14. The Mets look worse than you, but you are right there on that level. It is getting late, super, super early to where it's like, I just know what the Phillies are going to do. They're going to wait this out with Topper until it gets completely too late. And then they're going to fire him when you're already so far out, and it's going to mean nothing. And I just can't believe they ran it back again. I genuinely can't believe they ran it back again. Like, not even a single change. I guess Garcia for Castellanos, but I mean, my God. My God. And I guess we come back tomorrow. I guess we watch Jesus Luzardo, see if he can figure it out. On the first year, well, actually, the contract doesn't kick until next year. Yay. I think Luzardo is going to be fine, but it's also like, if Luzardo goes out and shoves, which for me, at this point, 6 innings, 2 earned runs. The Phillies scored 1 run today. The Phillies cannot score in more than 1 inning. It is a sick joke they are playing on us. And you can suck, right? Whatever. Like, obviously that sucks, but whatever. If you're just not good, you're not good, which this Phillies team is not. But when you come out with another dud of urgency, that's where the frustrating part kind of lies in. It's like you're spitting in the faces of all Philadelphia fans that have supported this core year after year. October disappointment after disappointment. The bank has already started to be a dead zone. Fans are leaving early. Fans are frustrated. Fans are not going to show up. We are not going to support a shit product, especially when the prices have gone up at CBP due to all the damn sponsorships. It is unbelievable. And that's my only sense of hope with John Middleton, to where he does see that, because if his stadium doesn't start filling up, maybe that kicks him in the ass in the sense of, okay, we need to make a change. But even if we make a change at the managerial position, which I am all in favor for now, like genuinely after tonight's debacle, his lack of urgency with his moves, and then the post-game press conference with the Justin Crawford, Felix Reyes thing, that was the tipping point for me. Just let him go tomorrow. Fire Kevin Long. You signed him for 3-year extension. Eat the money. I don't care. Like, genuinely, if you care about this ball club, you'll eat the money. But even if they do let him go, what's going to change? Because at some point, you're just not good enough. But we got a game tomorrow. Yay. I guess win a ball game. I don't think that's possible, but win a ball game. We got a 4-game series with the Cubs, to where we already lost the first one. So now I'm just begging for a tie. That's where we're at. We're just begging with a series split. And then we go up to Atlanta. I'm in Florida. That's where I live now. Sometimes I take a trip to Atlanta. They're about 6 hours away. I was thinking about doing it, maybe for Zach Wheeler's start, maybe treat myself to a little baseball. I'm not going to Atlanta. Are you kidding me? Am I driving 6.5 hours to get them to watch them get absolutely torched by this Atlanta Braves team? No. So we'll see what happens. And that'll do it for this episode of Baseball for Maniacs. Let me know what you guys think. And as always, go Phils, but also go Flyers. What they're doing is very great. They are, in a way, saving the city. The Sixers suck. They're going to get swept by Boston. The Flyers just went to 2-0 up against the Pittsburgh Penguins. Very nice to see. But go Phils, I guess. Have a good night, guys.